The man trailing the Republican presidential field called it quits today as a key weekend contest loomed. Instead, Rick Perry threw his support to Newt Gingrich, even as Gingrich confronted revelations from his past. With polls showing him in single digits, Texas Governor Perry decided not to wait for the official results of the South Carolina primary this Saturday.
I have come to the conclusion that there is no viable path forward for me in this 2012 campaign. Therefore, today, I am suspending my campaign and endorsing Newt Gingrich for President of the United States.
Perry's endorsement of Gingrich came as the former House Speaker has narrowed the gap with frontrunner Mitt Romney in the latest South Carolina polls. An NBC News Marist survey found Romney at 34%, followed by Gingrich at 24%. But the margin between the two was only 5 points among those polled after Monday night's debate. Campaigning in Beaufort, South Carolina this afternoon, Gingrich touted his chances.
If you look at today's polls, I am the only person who can beat Romney. I think it's very important that we not nominate a moderate, because how are you going to take Romneycare and Obamacare and have a debate?
But Gingrich also faced new allegations from his second wife, Mary Ann, whom he divorced in 2000. She spoke to Brian Ross of ABC News about learning Gingrich was having an affair with a congressional staffer he later married, Callista Bissett. The full exclusive interview was scheduled to air tonight on ABC's Nightline. Gingrich played down the issue in his appearances today, and Governor Perry alluded to Gingrich's past personal troubles as he issued his endorsement.
Newt is not perfect, but who among us is? The fact is, there is forgiveness for those who seek God. And I believe in the power of redemption, for it is a central tenet of my Christian faith.
In the meantime, the front runner in the race, Mitt Romney, had new troubles of his own as he met voters and made phone calls in Charleston. ABC News and others reported he has up to $8 million invested in at least a dozen funds in the Cayman Islands, a well-known offshore tax shelter. Romney has also taken flack from his rivals for paying just 15% of his income in taxes last year and refusing to release his returns before April. Moreover, his apparent victory in the Iowa caucuses turned out to be short-lived. A final tally released today showed Rick Santorum leading Romney by 34 votes. Romney had been declared the winner 2 weeks ago when the initial count gave him an 8-vote margin. Today, the Iowa Republican Party declared Santorum the winner of the votes they could certify, but added that the results from 8 of the state's nearly 1,800 precincts are inexplicably missing. Santorum claimed his delayed victory at an afternoon rally in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
It says that we can win elections, we can organize, we can put together an effort to pull the resources together to be able to be successful in being the person that can defeat Mitt Romney, because guess what? We defeated Mitt Romney in Iowa.
Texas Congressman Ron Paul returned to campaigning today. He held a morning rally at the College of Charleston. The 4 remaining Republican contenders will meet tonight in Charleston for a debate on CNN, their final before Saturday's primary.